Hi everyone, welcome to day 0. We're going to start properly tomorrow, but today I just want to run through the breath work and just a few modifications and things that you might want to think about as you're going through the videos. The videos are aimed to be suitable for anyone who's confident with their own practice. So you need to know the hypopressives breath work and the foundational poses. And if you don't, but you want to know more, then do head into the description. And we've got a brilliant program that we can help you with. If you've got pelvic floor symptoms, incontinence and prolapse, you're in the right place. So just a couple of things. So I am going to be using the ball for a few of the videos. This is really lovely because it does add another level to your practice, and does feel like you can kind of extend a little bit with the vacuum and the rib stretch when you've got a ball. If you don't have a ball, don't worry. You can just use a cushion off your sofa. That's absolutely fine. And what you want to be doing is just having a little bit of light tension through the pose, so just squeezing the ball, and you have it between your knees as well. So yeah, if you've got a ball, great. If you don't, cushion is absolutely fine, so don't be put off. You can also do those practices and just literally leave out whatever I'm doing with the ball, because the poses in themselves are going to be really, really good anyway. The next thing to say is for sitting positions. This is really important in terms of just your posture. So when you do the sitting positions, you want to make sure that you're not rolling back into your pelvis. When I first started, I was on like 2 blocks. So it's absolutely fine. So you can grab a pile of books, and when you're sitting up, basically you just want to make sure that you're really nice and upright. So you can be as high as you want. You can sit on a little table as well if you want. That little table there would be perfect. So just to remember that if the pose is feeling really hard, it's feeling a bit tight through the top of your legs, you just feel like you need a bit more height, it's a bit sort of a bit too much for your core, then just grab some blocks, and that is the best way to do it, and then you can just take one out if you need to. So that, in terms of the modifications, obviously you want to check that you don't have any contraindications to technique, but your coach will have gone through all of that with you. The breath work is not suitable for anybody. But if you have done hypopressives before, but you can't do the vacuum breath, and you know you can't do that because of a medical condition, then what you can do is you can do the 3 breaths with me, and then when I go on to talk about doing the breath hold and the rib stretch, you can just do 2 or 3 nice slow lateral breaths, so you can modify that in that way for yourself as well. There are some poses that we're really going to be focusing on balance, so if you want to have a chair handy next to you or practice near a wall, then that would be ideal because you don't want to fall over. So if anything just looks a little bit too tough, or you just think, oh, I'm not quite sure, grab a chair, have that next to you, or just follow the modifications that I'll give you, and there'll be some modifications on the emails as well. So we're just going to have a quick recap of the breathing just to start with today, just to have a bit of a reset. So you can sit in sitting position if you want. If you want, just grab a chair, sit on the edge of your sofa, feet flat on the floor. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pop our hands around our rib cage here. So what you want to just make sure is that you're really nice and tall through the top of your head, your shoulders are down, and I'm just going to recap just the breath work. So for the hypopressives breath work that we teach, the breath work is a rhythm of 3 and 6. So you breathe in for 3 through your nose, and you exhale for 6 through your mouth. If you've learned on the 2 and the 4, it's probably exactly the same, but just the count is a bit slower, so don't let that put you off. So you're going to be breathing in for 3 and exhale through your mouth. Now the exhale through your mouth, you ideally want your jaw to be relaxed. This is actually fairly important. You can purse your lips for the exhale, but we do prefer to use a relaxed jaw for the hypopressives that we teach. So do just try and relax your jaw when you're doing the breath work. So in through your nose for 3, roughly exhale for 6 through your mouth. The exhale is very controlled, so we're not trying to exhale all of the air. We don't need to be doing that. So what you want to do is breathe in for 3 and then exhale. Keep it nice and light. When that initial breath at a moderate strength fades away, that's when you hold your breath, pause, soften your tummy, and then stretch your ribs. There's no pulling in of the tummy or anything like that. What you don't want to do is breathe in, exhale, and then keep going. So you can see I can exhale more air, but I'm not going to do that because you're going to transfer positive pressure into your pelvic area, and that's going to be So not great if you've got pelvic floor symptoms. So actually less is more with the breathwork technique. We get brilliant results with our breathwork. But if you have had a slightly different modification, nuance of the hypopressives technique taught to you, you can just slightly modify it and just get into the same rhythms that we're doing. And I think you'll find it super relaxing. So I think that's all we want to just cover with the breathwork. If you've got any questions, do just pop them in the comments below, and we'll just do one little set together just to feel the breathwork. So pop your hands around your ribs, so front of your fingers at the front of your ribs, thumbs to the back, shoulders are relaxed. We're just going to take 3 nice slow breaths here. So inhale and exhale. So as you breathe in, you should feel the air through the sides and into your back. And exhale. And then one more breath here. You're going to exhale nice and slowly. Keep that length through the top of your head. You're going to pause, relax your tummy, and then stretch your ribs towards your hands. And then when you breathe into the sides of your ribs rather than letting your ribs drop down first. So breathe into the sides of your ribs. That'll give you some really lovely movement through your diaphragm as you come out of the breath hold. Just to say, for all of the videos, if you ever feel that you need to take an extra breath at any time, just do that. So for some people who are more confident with the practice, they might be able to hold for a bit longer. Some of the poses are more difficult, so you'll be able to hold for a shorter amount of time. Just take a couple of rest breaths, then just carry on with the pose. That's absolutely fine. And if you need to take a break at any time during the practice, that's fine. But I really hope you'll join me for these 30 days, and I'm really looking forward to starting with you tomorrow. Take care. See you soon. Bye.